Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's going to be an absolutely amazing day. You want to know why? Because it's World Kindness Day. It's an opportunity for us to really show each other and show ourselves a little bit of kindness as well. And today, to kick us off with the Pledge of Allegiance, is one of the kindest kiddos I know. From Mrs. Simmons' class, leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, here is RJ Vaughn.
Hello, my name is RJ, and I'm in Mrs. Simmons' class this year, and I'm in second grade. Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Take off all hats and hoods and put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, RJ. Way to go, buddy. All right. Today, as I said, it's World Kindness Day. It's a day for us to really kind of focus on what it means to be kind and how being kind can actually have a huge impact. It might seem like a little thing, but just being kind to someone, being kind to yourself, can really, really create ripples that are going to really have a deep and lasting impact in our classrooms, in our homes, and in our community. And I'm super excited because yesterday I got to introduce you to Jeff Kubiak, who is the author of One Drop of Kindness, which is right here. And I'm also really excited because today, to celebrate World Kindness Day, he has agreed to read his own book to us. I hope you enjoy this. I think it is an absolutely amazing story, and I look forward to seeing all of the amazing kind things you do today and all year long. Have a great day, everybody.
Hello, Weaver Wales. This is Jeff Kubiak. I'm the author of One Drop of Kindness. Thank you so much for sharing your kindness story through Dr. Schmidt. And thank you, Dr. Schmidt, for allowing me to read the book, One Drop of Kindness. Hope you had a great week sharing kindness stories, kindness gestures, words, helping each other out and making this world a better place. Now let's enjoy One Drop of Kindness. The sign read, the Kindness Academy of World-Changing Students. And by the looks of it, you could sense it was a glorious and magical place of learning. Yes, this was the school to be in. It had everything that a child could imagine: play, mindfulness, coding, cooking, welding, STEAM, student choice, and of course, no homework. But it wasn't always like this. It was an unsettled start for the messy, long-haired, freckled Gus. A few years after he was born, Gus's mother passed away and he was moved from home to home and school to school, sometimes staying only a day or two. Many of these places were dilapidated and run down, and at times you could hear nothing but an eerie silence. A whisper from his loving mother would stay with him always. One drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love. As time passed and Gus grew up, he continued moving to different towns and schools until he settled with a family in an odd, quiet town. This town had a mysterious secret, and by looking around at folks, you could tell that something was peculiar. Even so, Gus could still hear his mother's voice remind him, one drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love. Gus attended a school called Midvale Elementary at North Park, nicknamed the Mean School. This place was heartless. It was not like the Weaver Whales. You could tell by the looks, gestures, and cringy body language from people that this was not a kind community. This was part of the town's puzzling secret. Gus was noticeable from the moment he entered school for the first time. He had a grim look, a furrowed brow, and was glum. Students and teachers would avoid him or cringe as he passed. You see, Gus was sad and heartbroken. No one had taken the time to learn his story. One drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love, echoed his mother's voice. It became normal to be uncaring here. People were sad, dejected, and insensitive. Frowns, snarls, and tears were common at Mean School. Little did people know the one ingredient that could break this way of life was just one drop of kindness. But Gus hadn't found it yet. He continued to scowl and make life miserable for others, even though he could always hear, one drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love. There were no signs of kindness anywhere at Mean School. Imagine that. Words, actions, gestures were hurtful and even upsetting at times. No one knew how to behave any different. Looking around the dirty, dingy, and neglected school that had a sour, mushroomy odor to it, one could sense the sadness. Recess at school was a mess. There was no sharing during games. Balls were weapon-like and play equipment was broken or destroyed. Gus was the king of recess mischief. He was the leader of arguing, teasing, and not taking turns. Teachers yelled at almost everyone, and worst of all, students would say uncaring words. Despite all the sadness, these words still rang in Gus's ear. One drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love. Classrooms at Mean School were no different. They were filled with teachers reprimanding children. Students were made to clean whiteboards and pencil sharpeners and scrub the floors and desks. There wasn't a smile to be found, especially on Gus. Kindness was nowhere to be seen or heard. Slowly, students stopped coming to Mean School. At times, half of them wouldn't show up. Gus didn't care. He had no one at home that noticed. So he thought causing trouble at school was what he was meant to do. You see, no one had yet discovered the powers that kindness could bring, unlike you at Weaver. This pattern of sorrow, sadness, and school-wide misery grew because the despair was overpowering. People acted like zombies, not fully realizing what they were doing. Gus's heart shrank even smaller like a shriveled prune as he was overcome with emptiness, dejection, and loss. One blustery fall day, something extraordinary happened. A new girl entered Mean School, a gleeful girl, a kind girl, a bubbly girl, a girl that laughed, smiled, and genuinely cared about others. A girl with a heart so big it rivaled a blue whale's. The girl's name was Truly, and suddenly a whisper filled the air. One drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love. Truly was angelic with stunning dark eyes. Her feather-like hair almost floated behind her like a superhero's cape. Truly beamed as she stepped into the classroom. The teacher and students were astounded. The first words out of Truly's mouth were, "What a lovely school!" Gus stood in shock. His mouth gaped open, and the furrowed brow began to disappear. Grins slowly filled the classroom. Hearts began to grow, and hope trickled into their minds. Then they all heard the hum. One drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love. Truly's impact was transforming. It became the most incredible ripple effect of kindness ever felt. And if there was one student who stood out as the most inspired, it was Gus. This once abandoned boy blossomed the day Truly drifted into his classroom. The metamorphosis at Mean School was sensational. Gus's embrace with kindness had the whole school talking. Gus began spearheading changes that he and Truly wanted to bring about at Mean School. Excuse me. Everyone began to call him Gus, the kindness kid, and he took on this new role with heartfelt love. Finally, he began to understand that sweet echo that had been with him since he was a baby. One drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love. Over the next few weeks, the school became eye-poppingly gorgeous. Graffiti was painted over, smiles were everywhere. Teachers and students began to connect and build relationships, coming together like peanut butter and jelly. Parents were seen volunteering to read with students, rebuilding the garden and participating in random acts of kindness. Gus's heart overflowed as he was so elated by this new energy the community began to share. The newly formed Random Acts of Kindness Club became a wave of awesomeness. Their first mission? To rename Mean School to something more fitting. Amazing ideas were offered, but everyone agreed that one name stood above all: the Kindness Academy of World-Changing Students. With the new school name came a huge amount of pride throughout the community. School attendance quickly grew to 100%. After all, who wanted to miss a day of school here? Children would run in the school doors long before the first bell rang. Classes practiced mindfulness and teachers led with love. Gus showed others how to share and care. If there were disagreements, students would find kind ways to solve problems. The Kindness Academy quickly became known throughout the world as the model for all schools. Gus and Truly were over the moon with joy. They talked about how everyone has the capacity of kindness and should all be kindness ambassadors. This may be just what the world needs, thought Gus, beaming with excitement. Schools near and far began to follow the Kindness Academy's model. Quickly, this kindness movement became a worldwide phenomenon. The leaders of countries even took an oath, vowing to lead with passion and let kindness help inform their decisions. Gus's name became known around the world, and people everywhere wanted to be like Gus, the kindness kid. Weeks later, Gus was sad and lonely, so he headed to the office to ask if anyone had seen Truly. The school's principal, Miss Friendly, sounded puzzled. Truly, she asked. Yes, Miss Friendly, replied Gus. I can't find her. Truly is the sole reason that our school is so amazing now. Miss Friendly paused for a moment, took Gus by the hand, and walked him to her office. One drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love, she whispered into his ear. Holding back tears, Gus stammered. Truly brought kindness to our school and community. She's my best friend and queen of random acts of kindness. Oh, sweet Gus, it is you who is our kindness ambassador. It has always been in your heart, your soul, and in everything you do. You carry love, compassion, and kindness within you. Truly just help bring it out in you. Remember, Gus, one drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love. Miss Friendly continued with a tear in her eye and a crackle in her voice. Gus, you are Truly. She's in your heart. Everyone has kindness within them, Gus, but some people need to dig deeper to find it. Now that we have found kindness, it will never fade. You truly are the kindest kid to all now. Never forget, one drop of kindness is all it takes to fill a heart with love. Use your courage, Gus, to change the world, she said after a hug and smile. This school, the town, and their world had become a much better place for everyone to live and belong. Gus smiled, thinking how he was part of a kind family at school and home. This once desolate town with a secret found that all along they needed just one drop of kindness. You all have the book in your classrooms now, thanks to Dr. Schmidt. I hope you can discuss the ideas, maybe start a kindness club at school. And then there at the back, you can go on my website, jeffkubiak.com, and print kindness cards. Have an amazing day, my friends. And thank you for all you do to spread kindness. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.